Let me tell you something that they don't want you to know. You're shackled, my friend. Shackled to the ghost of who you used to be. Every step you take, you drag that dead weight behind you like a twisted punishment. And here's the kicker. They gave you the chains, but you're the one making them tighter. Why? Why do you cling to the wreckage of who you once were? That person is gone, dead. Yet, here you are, holding on to them, as if they still matter. Every mistake, every regret, every failure, it's like you're still tied to them, as if you have nothing else left. But let me ask you this. What's the point of living in the past? They want you to believe that's where you belong, in the dirt, in the shadows of your own self-pity. And you've fallen for it, just like a fool in a rigged game. But here's the truth. That past version of you, the weak, broken, and pitiful version, doesn't exist anymore. Stop dragging them with you like some badge of honor. They're dead weight. If you don't let go, it will drown you. And here's the funny part. People will tell you, oh, you've changed, like it's a bad thing. As if you should stay the same, trapped in the shell of who you used to be, just to make them comfortable. Screw that. Change is survival. Change is evolution. If they can't keep up, they don't deserve to be in your life anymore. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a snake shedding its skin. Does it cry over the old skin? No, it leaves it behind and moves on. That's what you need to do. Shed the old skin and don't look back. But I know what you're thinking. What if I mess up again? What if I fall? Well, let me ask you this. What's worse, falling or staying on your knees forever? Do you think those people watching you care if you stumble? No, they're waiting for you to fail so they can laugh. But here's the secret. You get back up every time you fall. You keep rising. And you keep rising until they're the ones choking on their own jealousy. You're not that person anymore. The one who let others walk all over you. The one who apologized for existing. That person is dead and buried. And if you keep trying to breathe life into them, you'll suffocate on the stench. The world doesn't care about your past, your pain, or your struggles. It will kick you while you're down and laugh at you when you bleed. But here's what you have that they don't. You have the power to reinvent yourself. You can rise from the ashes like a phoenix. And when you do, they won't know what hit them. But you can't do that if you're still holding on to the past. The past isn't a lifeline, it's a noose, tightening around your neck with every second you waste looking back. So, cut the rope, let it go. Burn it all down if you need to, because the only thing that matters now is who you are right now. Not who you were, not who they think you are, but who you choose to be in this moment. You're not the same person anymore, and that's your greatest weapon. So use it. Strike hard, strike fast, and don't ever look back. You see, people love to remind you of who you were, don't they? Every chance they get, they'll drag your failures out and use them against you. Remember when you fell apart? Remember when you weren't good enough? They'll spit those words at you like venom, hoping it stings, hoping it keeps you where they want you. But here's the funny part. They're not doing it because they care. They do it because they're terrified. Terrified of what happens when you stop playing their game, when you stop letting their words define you. Because once you let go of who you were, you become someone they can't control, and that scares them. You think they want you to succeed? They want you stuck in the mud, spinning your wheels, going nowhere. Because as long as you're down there, they feel bigger, better, stronger. But the second you stand up, start climbing out of that hole, they panic. They'll claw at you, throw dirt in your face, try to drag you back down, but you've got two choices. Let them, or shove their hands away and keep climbing. Embrace the power within. Let me tell you something about people. They don't hate the old you, they hate the new you. The version that doesn't need their approval. The one who doesn't crumble under their criticism. The one that's stronger, smarter, and more dangerous than they ever imagined. And that's why they keep trying to pull you back. Because they know they can't handle the real you, the one you're becoming. But here's the secret. You don't need them. You never did. All those people who turned their backs on you, who laughed at your pain, who watched you struggle and did nothing. They were never on your side. They were just waiting for you to fail so they could feel better about themselves. But you've been carrying their opinions, their judgments, and their expectations like some twisted burden. But why? Why give them that power over you? They don't deserve it. They don't deserve a damn thing from you. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you lived for you? Not for them, not for their approval, not to prove them wrong, but for you. I bet you don't even remember. Because you've spent so much time trying to be what they wanted, you forgot how to be yourself. But that ends now. You're not here to make them happy. You're not here to fit into their little boxes or play by their rules. You're here to break the damn game. To rewrite the rules. To become something they can't ignore, can't deny, can't destroy. You've got fire inside you. I can see it. A spark buried under all that doubt, fear, and guilt. But it's there. And you know what fire does? It burns. It consumes. It destroys everything in its path. But it also forges. It takes the broken pieces and melts them down. Turns them into something new, something stronger, something unstoppable. That's what you are. A fire. And now it's time to stop hiding it. Stop letting anyone smother it. Let it burn. Burn away the past. Burn away the pain, the lies. Burn until there's nothing left but the real you. The one who doesn't take their crap anymore. The one who stands tall, unshaken, unbreakable. Because the past doesn't define you. You define you. Not your mistakes, not your failures, not their opinions. You. Every choice you make. Every step you take. Every time you get back up after they knock you down. That's who you are. And that's who you're going to be. But you can't do it if you're still living in the past. If you're still holding on to the pain like it's some kind of lifeline. Pain doesn't keep you alive. It drags you under. So let it go. Let it die. Rise. Rise into the person you were always meant to be. The person they never saw coming. Embrace change and move forward. You're not the same person anymore. And that's your strength. That's your power. So stop looking back. Stop living in the shadows of who you used to be. Step into the light and show them what you're made of. Because when you do, they won't know what hit them. They'll look at you and see a stranger. Someone they can't control, can't manipulate, can't break. And that, my friend, is the sweetest revenge of all. It's funny how people love to talk about closure, like it's this magic pill that makes everything better. They say, oh, you need to forgive. You need to move on. But let me tell you something. Forgiveness isn't for everyone. Some wounds don't close, some scars don't fade, and you know what? That's okay. Because those scars are proof you survived. Proof they couldn't kill you even when they tried. And oh, they tried, didn't they? With their words, with their actions, with their silence. They wanted you broken, beaten, a shadow of yourself. But here you are, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. You're wasting it all. The strength, the resilience, on regret, on what-ifs, on the past. Let me ask you this. What good has it done you? Sitting there, replaying the same memories over and over like a broken record? Do you think it's going to change anything? Do you think it will bring back the people you lost or undo the mistakes you made? Number. The past is a prison, and you're the one holding the keys. But instead of unlocking the door, you're sitting in the corner, staring at the walls, convincing yourself you belong there. Well, you don't. You never did. You think you're the only one who's ever messed up? The only one who's been hurt, betrayed, or left behind? Wake up. The world is full of broken people just like you. The difference is, most of them stay broken. They give up. They let the pain win. But you've got a choice. You can let the past define you, let it chain you down, bury you alive. Or you can use it. Take all that pain, all that anger, all that regret, and turn it into fuel. Let it drive you, push you, make you stronger. Because that's what the past is, fuel. And the more it burns, the brighter you shine. But here's the thing. No one's going to hand you the matches. No one's going to light the fire for you. You've got to do it yourself. You've got to take all that hurt, all that disappointment, and set it ablaze. Burn it down until there's nothing left but ashes. And from those ashes, you'll build something new, something stronger, something unbreakable. You think those people who hurt you, betrayed you, left you behind are going to help you? They're too busy living their lives, too busy pretending you don't exist. Why should they care? They've already got what they wanted. Your silence, your obedience, your surrender. But what they don't realize is, every time they pushed you down, every time they kicked you when you were already broken, they weren't killing you. They were sharpening you, turning you into a weapon, a force they'll never see coming. And that's what you are. A weapon, a force of nature, a storm they can't stop, can't control, can't ignore. But only if you let go of the past. Only if you stop dragging the corpse of who you used to be and embrace the person you're becoming. You're not the same person anymore, and that's a good thing. Because the old you, they were weak. They were afraid. They let the world tell them who they were. They let other people dictate their worth. But the new you doesn't give a damn about their opinions. The new you doesn't need their approval. The new you knows your worth, and you're not afraid to fight for it. But you've got to fight. Every day, every moment. You've got to fight for yourself, for your future, for the person you're becoming. Because no one else is going to do it for you. No one else is going to save you. You are your own strength. And here's the hardest part, isn't it? Accepting that you're on your own, that no one's coming to rescue you. No one's going to fix you. No one's going to make everything better. But here's the thing. That's your greatest strength. When you stop waiting for someone else to save you, you realize you've had the power all along. You're stronger than you think, and the ability to change your life has always been within you. When you finally let go of the past, when you embrace the person you're becoming, you'll see it too. You'll realize you don't need anyone's approval. You don't need their forgiveness or their validation. All you need is you. You are the only one who can shape your future, no one else. People cling to their past because it's familiar. Even the pain feels comfortable. It's predictable, like an old song stuck in your head. The mistakes, the regrets, the betrayals, they wrap around your soul like a second skin. Over time, they become a part of you, and you start to believe that without them, you're nothing. But that's the lie. It's the big con you've been telling yourself. You're not afraid of losing the past. You're afraid of what comes next. The real unknown. The messy, unpredictable void that lies ahead. You have no idea what's waiting for you on the other side. But here's the truth. The void isn't your enemy. The unknown isn't something to fear. It's freedom. It's possibility. It's a blank canvas, and you're the artist. You have the power to create anything you want. But instead of picking up the brush, you stay stuck, staring at the empty canvas. You're paralyzed by what-ifs. What if I fail? What if it's worse than before? What if I'm not good enough? Those questions can trap you, keeping you stuck in the past, too afraid to move forward. But what if you don't fail? What if this time you get it right? What if everything you've been through, the pain, the struggle, the heartache, was leading you to this exact moment, the person you're about to become? You'll never know unless you take the leap. You have to stop living in the shadow of who you used to be and step into the light of who you are now. Taking that first step into the unknown is the scariest part, but it's also where all the growth happens. When you embrace the unknown, you break free from the chains of your past. You let go of the fear that's been holding you back, and you finally give yourself the freedom to grow, to change, and to evolve. You're not who you were yesterday. You're becoming something new, something stronger, something unstoppable. So, take the leap. Trust yourself. Stop waiting for someone to tell you it's okay, because it already is. You've always had the strength within you. Now it's time to step into the light of your future, to create the life you've always dreamed of. And remember, nothing is as scary as staying stuck in the past. The unknown is where your freedom lies. Step into it. Embrace it. You've got this. Letting go and moving on the past is gone. Dead. Buried. Yet here you are, digging it up, trying to bring it back to life. Why? To punish yourself? To feel something, anything, even if it's just the sting of regret? Let me tell you something about regret. It's poison. It's slow, insidious, creeping through your veins until it paralyzes you. And the worst part? It's self-inflicted. You're the one drinking it, sip by sip, convincing yourself you deserve the pain. But you don't. You didn't come this far, survive this much, just to drown in a sea of your own regrets. You're better than that, stronger than that. And it's time you started acting like it. You think the world cares about your past? About your pain? It doesn't. It never has, and it never will. The only thing the world respects is strength. Not the kind that comes from muscles or money, but the kind that comes from surviving. From getting knocked down and getting back up again, no matter how many times it happens. And that's what you are, a survivor, not a victim, not a failure, not a ghost of your past, a survivor. Every scar, every wound, every tear, it's proof that you're still here, still fighting, still alive. And as long as you're alive, you've got a chance to rewrite your story, to become something they never saw coming. But only if you let go of the past. Claim your future. Pain is fuel. It can either burn you to the ground or light the fire that drives you forward. The choice is yours. But make no mistake, choosing to stay in the past, to wallow in regret, that's not living. That's dying. Slowly, painfully, day by day. And you're better than that. You deserve better than that. Stop looking back. Stop clinging to the person you used to be. They're gone, dead, and good riddance. Because the person you're becoming, they're unstoppable, they're untouchable, they're everything you've ever wanted to be and more. But only if you let go. Only if you stop living in the past and start living in the present. The future, that's yours for the taking. But you've got to reach for it. You've got to want it more than you want the comfort of your old chains. So, what's it gonna be? The past or the future? The chains or the freedom? The ashes or the fire? The choice is yours. But choose wisely. Because this is your moment, your turning point, and the only person standing in your way is you. So take control, make the decision to move forward, and never look back. If this message resonated with you, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more motivational content. This is just the beginning, and your journey starts now.